One of Mexico's most notorious drug kingpins, who's been a fugitive from the law for nearly 30 years, is now in U.S. custody. Scripps News anchor Alexa Liaco joining us now with the latest details. Alexa, what can you tell us about this cartel leader?
Well, a really key figure for the Sinaloa cartel, Ismael Zambada, also known as El Mayo, has been on the run for decades. He's 76 years old, and he once told a Mexican magazine in an interview that he was very afraid of this moment of being incarcerated. He said, quote, "I'm terrified of being incarcerated. I'd like to think that, yes, I would kill myself," end quote. Zambada helped found the Sinaloa drug cartel, one of the oldest and most powerful in Mexico, with notorious kingpin Joaquin El Chapo Guzman, who's currently serving a life sentence in an American maximum security prison. Zambada was arrested along with one of El Chapo's sons, who is also a major player in the Sinaloa cartel's current operations. The Justice Department said the two were arrested last night in Texas. A Mexican federal official told the Associated Press that Zamata and Guzman Lopez arrived in the U.S. on a private plane and then turned themselves in to authorities. The U.S. government had offered a reward of up to $15 million for information leading to Zambada's capture. Attorney General Merrick Garland called the Sinaloa cartel one of the most dangerous in the world.
On Thursday, the Justice Department took into custody in El Paso two more alleged leaders of the Sinaloa cartel, one of the most violent and powerful drug trafficking organizations in the world. Both men are facing multiple charges in the United States for leading the cartel's criminal operations, including its deadly drug manufacturing and trafficking networks.
Both men are charged with fentanyl trafficking. The Sinaloa cartel, one of the largest manufacturers of counterfeit fentanyl pills that are then smuggled into the United States. We don't know how much fentanyl the cartel actually produces, but in 2022, the DEA seized more than 10,000 pounds of fentanyl pills that were smuggled, enough to kill every single person in the United States. The amount seized, though, is likely just a small portion of what actually gets into the country. And every year for the last 6 years, more than 70,000 people in America have died from fentanyl overdoses. And just a few moments ago, President Biden released this statement on the arrest, saying in part, quote, "Too many of our citizens have lost their lives to the scourge of fentanyl. Too many families have been broken and are suffering because of this destructive drug. My administration will continue doing everything we can to hold the deadly drug traffickers to account and to save American lives." Right now, it's unclear how much of an impact these arrests will make on the drugs being smuggled into our country. Likely, unfortunately, very little. The capture of El Chapo in 2019 seemed to have a small impact on the Sinaloa cartel's operations. Even if it did, while the Sinaloa cartel is one of the major players, they are not the only cartel. There are dozens operating in Mexico, some just as powerful as the Sinaloa cartel. And we've seen this same scenario play out for the last 50 years. As soon as one major leader is captured, a younger kingpin takes his place, one that is possibly more violent and brutal than his predecessor. So remains to be seen who files into this vacuum of power now that these two very powerful leaders have been captured, Rob.
And what you just said a second ago, enough fentanyl to kill every single American in the country, all 330 million of us. That's just incomprehensible. Scripps News anchor Alexa Liaco with this important story. Thank you, Alexa.